Welcome back to Baby Lady. So I'm delighted today that we're going to show you the lovely new Wow 3 from our friends at Cosatto. And what we thought we would do is we'd also, because we have the Wow 2 on our shop floor as well, show you compare and contrast, and then you can decide for yourself, is it worth that extra money? Is it something that you want to invest in, or would you be happier with the Wow 2? The Wow 2 will continue for now, I believe, until stock sold through. We haven't had a complete update, but obviously message us if you want more information. So first of all, we've got them side by side, which I thought was really interesting for you to have a look at to compare. The handle on the new Wow 3 is slightly higher. You can see this as they are side by side. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit higher. It also has these little pieces on the end of the handle, which when you fold the handle up, your handle will no longer touch the floor. So that's quite a nice feature, and I know that people do like that. You can see straight away that our hoods are different. So this is one of the significant changes with the Wow 3. So it does now have the pull-out visor. All of these fabrics, they say, are SPF 100 protected. We've never, nobody else says 100, they say 100, but it's sun protected. So with this visor, you shouldn't necessarily need a parasol, and parasols in the UK are not always easy to use because it's very windy. So this will tuck away quite neatly. So if you don't want it out, you can tuck that away. With your original model, there is no sun visor. So if you are having a summer baby, you would need to get some form of sun protection when your baby is in Carrycot, just so that the sun isn't shining directly on them. Our second biggest change is how we remove the Carrycots. So on the new model, it has a nice, easy squeezy button underneath. So I think it looks quite nice in terms of shaping and how it looks. You can't actually see it, but it's functional. It's really easy to use. On the original model, the button is on the top. Now, it doesn't look quite so attractive. It works and functions in exactly the same way. So if you're not worried about how it looks, it's perfectly fine. Still functions exactly the same, but it's just a bit neater having it inside our Carrycot. So at the back here, we have got ventilation, if I can find the zip, and it just undoes like this. Now this is perfect if this Carrycot is suitable for occasional overnight sleeping. They say if your baby was perhaps doing tummy time and they wanted to see out. Personally, I think it's really good if it's hot, you've got that ventilation, so you have got that air breathing through the Carrycot, which is a really good thing, so your baby doesn't get too hot. And I do like that, and it's neatly done. And of course, if you don't want it, you can just zip it away. We've also got a little bit of ventilation here as well. This one still has the ventilation here, but nothing at the base. So let's have a look at the sizes of our Carrycots. From the naked eye, I would say that the Carrycot might be a little bit bigger, but it's not obvious. So let's have a look at our mattress. This is the mattress for the new Wow 3. And let's just pop the mattress out for the Wow 2. So if we compare them side by side, so the Wow 3 is a tiny bit longer, but no wider. So it is a little bit bigger, but not a lot. It's not significantly bigger, just a little bit bigger. I also noticed that the basket is really nice. On the Wow 3, they have improved the basket. And they also tell us that there'll be 2 lots of rain covers included now. One of the things that people did report with the original one is that perhaps if you were out, it was very wet, because it's a one-piece fits both the Carrycot and the seat unit, the rain cover doesn't always fit quite as neatly. The new Wow 3 will come with 2 rain covers, one specifically for your Carrycot and one specifically for your pushchair. Obviously, they're always going to fit better that way. And another very, very significant change on this is the suspension. Now, I love the way this one feels. Obviously, it's really hard in a video for you to see this, and I would always recommend you visit your local independent retailer. But the suspension is just so lovely on this. Now, this is designed as a multi-terrain pushchair, and I really do feel that if you did a lot of walking, you were going places that are maybe cobbled, off-road a little bit, this would work really, really well. Probably better than the original Wow 2, which is still a great product, but the suspension, hopefully you can see, is There's a little bit of suspension, but nowhere near as much as you'll find on this new model. So particularly if you're doing a lot of walking, if you're worried about maybe your baby getting bumped around, this may well be worth that extra investment, because I think it is a great piece. So to summarize, we've got more suspension, 2 rain covers on this. Obviously we've got our lovely pull-out visor, ventilation on the back, so lots of really lovely features on our Carrycot, and obviously we can put them side by side. Next we're going to have a look at the seat unit, because the seat unit also has some significant changes, including the fact that you can now fold your seat unit really easily on your chassis. So let's move on to the seat units. So welcome back. We've got our 2 seat units side by side now, because I wanted to show you the differences on that. So this is the original Wow 2. We still have our push out sunshade, which was always on the seat unit, and the seat unit is adjustable via the handle at the back. No difference there. Still single adjustable leg rest. So differences. On the new style seat unit, it has a completely different style of seat unit, and this seat unit will hinge in the middle. This is where it gets really clever and quite techy. So it does mean that we can fold our pushchair with our seat unit on, and we can fold it with our seat unit on in either direction. With the Wow 2, you can't fold it with the seat unit on facing you. You can fold it with the seat facing away from you, but only in the upright position. It is a lot bulkier. So I'm going to show you both of those, and we'll talk about the other features as well. So magnetic harnesses. We're seeing these quite a lot now. They're very popular. The new style Wow 3 does have magnetic harness. Obviously it's very easy to operate. Still has our single adjustable bumper bar and single leg rest, which I mentioned. Slightly more padded shoulder straps on this new model, just a little bit more padded. I don't think there's a specific change to the size of the seat unit. I haven't measured it, but they look a little bit, well, very similar, just a few tweaky differences. The biggest thing, as I said, is how they fold, and this is really significant, because we are seeing a really big move to people who want compact folding, things that fit into small cars, maybe things that you can fold all together. And there aren't a huge amount of things. I was just saying to my colleague Scott that they really need to make this just as a pushchair, because I think there would be a market for it. So to fold it up with our seat unit on, you can literally push your seat unit forward. I'm going to do a close-up, because you have to lift the lever and push this button in order to fold your seat unit. Oh, I must tell you about the pocket as well, because the pocket's really cool. And our seat unit then folds up, and you can fold this up in that position, so you haven't got to take it and adjust it, which is really clever. So to fold it up, 2 triggers, same as always, and the whole thing will fold down. Now if you put your handle down, that is quite compact for something which is an off-road multi-terrain pushchair. Hopefully you can see that in the view. It is actually quite compact, bearing in mind the whole thing is folded up. Also, it's very easy. You don't necessarily want to have to take your seat unit off and turn it the other way to fold it. It's not difficult to take the seat unit off the Wow 2, but this is a really nice feature, and I think they've done this very cleverly well. So to pop it back up, just pop it back up, clip it like that, and up it comes. And then if I bring this backwards, hopefully you can see, this is the button. So when you're adjusting your seat unit, you lift the lever. If you want to fold it in half, you have to press that button as well. So you can't accidentally do it. There's no way you could accidentally fold it. And whilst we're looking at the back of it, as I said, we've got this handy new little pocket. Now they tell me this is actually detachable and can be used. I haven't actually done this, so, oh, look, there you go. Can be used as a little portable bag. So if you've got your phone or your money, credit cards or whatever, and you don't want to necessarily leave them with your pram, you can detach this and use it as a separate piece. This is completely new for the new model. It wasn't on the original. Whilst we're having a look at the back of our chassis, you can have a look and see the new wheels, slightly chunkier as well here. If we put them side by side, you can see slightly more tread. And that's all to do with, I think, the more terrain model that this one is, with our extra suspension. If we're folding our original one, as we said, you would have to turn your seat unit round, lift it off like this, turn it around, and then if you want to fold it, it would have to be, this is our footrest by the way, it would have to be in this position. You can't fold it any other way. Press on the button and that's how it will fold. Let's turn our seat unit round on here just so you can see it. Put my little bag down on the floor. So to turn our seat unit round, super easy, 2 buttons. Turn it around. And then if you want to fold it in this position, again, lift the lever, press the button in, push your seat unit forward like this, and then you can fold it up. So this one you don't need to press the button, it's just 2 triggers. Press the triggers in and the whole thing will fold. It's actually slightly bigger this way round than it is facing you, but you're more likely to use it that way round. And then super easy, just flip it back up. And then pop it back into position. So this is the new Wow 3 from our lovely friends at Cosatto. I'm sorry that we don't have all the accessories yet. We'll probably do a separate video for this. And if I just pop this back up, side by side, 2 great products. Either one would be a great addition for your family, but you may find that having watched this video, you can prefer one over the other. If you've got any comments or anything we can help you with, do get in touch with the team here at Baby Lady by any of the normal channels. If you are on our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our page. We're heading for that magic 5,000 number. We'd love to hit it soon. And if you like this video, we'd love it if you leave some comments behind, because it's always really useful to know if we're helping you, or if you'd like us to video something else, let us know, get in touch with the team, and we'll try and do a compare and contrast if you think it will help. Thanks for joining us here again today.